Have you ever had a child suddenly develop a fever, cough, or runny nose even though you have taken care of their diet? That was me too. At first, I thought it was just the weather or fatigue. But after I looked further, it turns out that there is one habit at home that unknowingly makes my child's immune system weak. And more surprisingly, it wasn't just me. Many other parents also do this habit without realizing it. In the end, my child became easily sick, easily tired, and difficult to recover. Once I knew the cause, I immediately changed the pattern at home, and the results were amazing. My child is now healthier and rarely gets sick. So, for all parents out there, you must know this habit to keep your children healthy and strong. What is the cause? Check it out. I started to realize that something was wrong when my child was sick so often. Imagine, just recovering from the flu, suddenly diarrhea. Not long after, a prolonged cough appeared again. At first I thought it was because of the food, outside, dust, or lack of vitamins. But after I consulted a doctor, it turns out the problem is at home. There are some small habits that we often take for granted, but they have a big impact on our children's immune system. I don't want you to experience the same thing, so check out these habits that make kids sick easily. Before continuing, check at home first. Do your children often experience any of these problems? If so, it means we need to improve our habits at home. Write in the comments section what problems your child often experiences. 1. Cleaning the house too often with too much disinfectant. Who here is really diligent in cleaning the house using disinfectant liquid? I used to be one of them. I thought if the house is always sterile, the kids will be healthier. But it turns out children's bodies also need to be exposed to certain levels of germs in order to build a natural immune system. If your home is too sterile, your child's body doesn't have the opportunity to learn how to fight bacteria and mild viruses. As a result, once they're exposed to a few germs outside the home, their bodies aren't ready and they get sick. So keeping clean is important, but don't overdo it. 2. Using gadgets before bed. This is one of the bad habits that many parents do without realizing it. I also used to let my kids play gadgets before bed. I thought, as long as it's not too long, it's fine. But as it turns out, the blue light from the screen can interfere with the production of melatonin, a hormone that helps us sleep soundly. As a result, children often sleep late at night. Their sleep quality is poor, and their immune system is weakened. In fact, getting enough sleep is key for your body to fight disease. If children don't get enough sleep, they are more susceptible to infections. Since knowing this, I've started limiting gadgets before bedtime, and it's really paying off. 3. Rarely exposed to sunlight. Children today spend more time indoors, playing gadgets, watching TV, or just being lazy to go outside. In fact, morning sunlight is very important to increase vitamin D production in the body. Vitamin D is not only for the bones, but also for strengthening the immune system. If children are rarely exposed to sunlight, their immune system can be weakened and more susceptible to disease. If your kids are mostly indoors, try taking them outside every morning. You can play in the yard, take a short walk, or just bask in the sun. Don't forget to share your experience in the comments. The habit of eating ultra-processed food. Who here often gives their kids packaged snacks, sugary drinks, or instant food? I used to do that too. It feels practical and the kids love it. But as I read more, it turns out that these ultra-processed foods contain a lot of added sugar, preservatives, and chemicals that can damage a child's immune system. Excess sugar, for example, can suppress the ability of white blood cells to fight infection. So from now on, try to be more selective in choosing food for your children. Choose natural foods that are healthier and more nutritious. 5. Lack of physical activity. In addition to lack of sunlight, children nowadays also lack movement. Many children would rather sit in front of a screen than play outside. In fact, physical activities such as running, playing, or just taking a walk can help improve blood circulation, reduce stress, and strengthen the immune system. I started encouraging my children to move more often, whether it's by playing in the park, cycling, or just taking an evening walk. And it turns out this has a huge impact on his health. If you're still confused about how to get your kids to be more active, let me know your ideas in the comments or ask me for tips here. I'm here to help. Since I found out about these things, I started to change my habits at home. I let my son play outside more often, cut down on gadgets before bedtime, choose healthier foods, and make sure he moves enough and drinks enough water. And the results are amazing. My child is now healthier, less sick, and more active. So if your child is often sick, try checking your habits at home. There may be one or more small habits that unknowingly weaken their immune system. Children's health is a long-term investment. If your child has a strong immune system, he or she will be less likely to get sick as an adult. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family. They might have the same problem. And for those of you who just stopped by this channel, subscribe now, because here we will discuss more useful health and parenting tips. See you in the next video.